They did the mash. They did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. They did the mash.
Potatoes?
Yeah, what is the monster mash? Does anybody ever dance to that? Anyway, welcome to your least favorite show and our favorite show sometimes. Usually when we're not doing it. That's right. Hey, Natalie. It is a little show we like to call 5 Minutes You Won't Get Back. This is the Halloween edition.
Sort of.
Happy Halloween, everybody. But since it's Halloween, it's also other holidays, right, Heather?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I'm Brian.
I'm Heather.
There you go. So what other holidays is it?
So, October 31st, World Savings Day. By the way, I'm not explaining any of these. You can look them up yourselves if you're really interested.
So if you have a savings, you can celebrate it. If not, it's okay.
It's Reformation Day.
I knew that.
National Knock Knock Jokes Day.
So when kids come to your door, ring the doorbell, trick-or-treating, they also got to throw you a knock-knock joke. Hi, Deidre. Anyway,
it's National Increase Your Psychic Powers Day.
Oh, which goes along with Halloween.
Yeah.
Let me increase my psychic powers.
National Doorbell Day.
Oh, perfect! And I'm sure they chose that because it's Halloween, so it's easy. I'm going to ring a doorbell and celebrate it because I want to get some candy. By the way, real quick, favorite candy is going to be Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Least favorite is anything to do with black licorice. Just on the side note. So, I was going to ask you, do you have an answer?
Should we start the timer, though?
Well, no, this is just a quick. This is the Halloween edition. We're going to go. Anyway, which
I also like Reese's Cups.
least favorite Halloween candy?
Something with coconut in it?
Mounds. Okay. So, all right. Today starts a 5-minute counter.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to... So the 5 minutes is going to start right... Drum roll, please. We have no sound effects because this is live. Right now. Okay, today real quick, I want to talk about from least to best, the Universal monsters. The classic monsters. And, I just like to share with you my least favorite to my best. And Heather will chime in, too, on hers. I did more preparations.
So these are classic monsters.
Classic monsters.
So these are monsters that are like from classic
from those black and white
books or films. Okay.
All right, and I will give you a brief preface of why I think they're bad or good. All right, are you ready?
Okay, and your list is based on like the scariest monsters?
No, not just scary. No, just many different things. But I'll explain.
So it's just your favorite
overall character. All right, and there's 7 of them. Okay, number 7. Bride of Frankenstein, which really, I almost wanted to make the list 6 and just toss Bride out, because I know a lot of people do like the Bride of Frankenstein. It just seems like an unnecessary sequel, and it's kind of thematically the same as Frankenstein. So, number 7, Bride of Frankenstein, All right. Number 6, which technically, since I kicked Bride to the curb, number 6 would be The Invisible Man, because he's just invisible. And in some cases, he's a little crazy. But basically, he's a peeping Tom.
But he was a scientist, right? And didn't he do the stuff on himself because he didn't have?
It all depends on what interpretation you watch. Oh. But anyway, regardless, Invisible Man, he's just kind of there for me.
I think invisibility is a pretty cool.
Plus, when he's invisible, you can't tell what's going on because you can't see him. Number 5. Phantom of the Opera. I like. There's other characters on my list that will be sympathetic as well, but Phantom, he's got the girl. He's more of a tragic character. I like the Lon Chaney makeup, but as far as a character I'm invested in, not so much. What do you think of the Phantom?
I wouldn't think of him as a monster so much. I mean, a tortured soul, okay, fine, but I didn't really think of him as a monster, really.
Oh, yeah, well.
But I guess
he's
on the list.
Yeah, he's on the list. Okay, now we're getting to the ones that I like. Okay, number 4, Frankenstein. Definitely, once again, an innocent, tortured soul. He didn't ask to be here. He's here. People are after him because they're scared of him. And, it's weird because the tortured soul thing will come up higher on my list, but for some reason I didn't find him, even though he's a tortured soul, I didn't find the character unique enough to get him higher on the list.
Okay.
Unique as in far as look and everything else. I mean, backstory definitely better, but and a lot of these are stemming from when I was little, and I just I wasn't really invested in Frankenstein. Like I said, because he didn't seem like a bad guy, he was a tortured soul, but he also didn't seem like the character itself didn't carry much weight with me. Except when he's with the little girl with the flower, I believe, out by the water. That was good. But everything else, yeah, anyway. Hey, Daryl.
I feel kind of sorry for Frankenstein, because...
Right. All right, now...
Okay.
But why? Would you feel sorry for Frankenstein?
Well, yeah, I mean, he just was made.
Yes.
He, like you said, he...
And henceforth, why he's higher on the list. Number 3, which is a true villain, Dracula, is number 3 on my list. He is evil. He's a bad guy, and I think that's why he's high on my list, because for me he's a true villain. He's intelligent. He has to do what he has to do because he has to survive, but he's very manipulative. He's quite powerful, and Dracula's number 3. And do you have any comments on Dracula? I'm gonna look over.
Well, part of the stuff that he has to do is because of the way he's...
Right, he has to do it.
Like, however he got there.
Right, but also sometimes he's presented... You know, he has to survive, but sometimes he seems he enjoys it. You know, so there's an evilness to him. Yeah. You know, and like I said, he's aware of the situation. He does what he has to do, but there's an enjoyment factor in how he's presented sometimes, where he's a serious threat. While other creatures, there's not so much of a threat. He's a threat because of his powers. Yeah. So that's why he's number 3. All right. Number 2. I know we're going long here. I got 2 more. The werewolf. And werewolf's cool because I feel like he's a duality. He's this tortured soul on one end, and then when the full moon comes out, he's an evil carnivore. Not evil, but he's a predator, you know, and he can't control that. And one I didn't include was Jekyll and Hyde, but that's neither here nor there, because anyways. But I like the duality of the werewolf, because on one end, you know, sometimes he enjoys giving into the power, and then when he does, he's just a ferocious animal, but then he's tortured over here because sometimes he wants to get rid of it, sometimes he doesn't. Yeah. Okay. So, that's number 2. And my personal number 1, which some people might not agree with, my number 1 favorite monster of all time. Classic monster. Actually, to be quite, with the exception of Michael Myers from Halloween, this is the number 1 monster in my book. And it is the creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, you might say, but he's a tortured soul, much like Frankenstein. And I would say correct, but he's a unique thing because all the others, with the exception of the werewolf, are human. He is an actual creature, and his location is different too. He's a creature in the water. So you have those 2 things. You have a unique design, unique location, and when he's out and people are hunting him, he's a fish out of water. But he does what he needs to do. So I know technically he's a monster. Technically he's not evil. But the overall scope of him, location, makes him unique over the other monsters in the Universal Monster Classic Edition. So that's why I picked Creature from the Black Lagoon as my number 1 for the season. And I have no Creature from the Black Lagoon t-shirt. I don't know why I don't.
They're hard to find.
They're on mine. Whatever. So Heather, those are mine. I know you didn't have a long list, but no. What do you have? What are yours?
I don't know that my list would be exactly the same as yours. Like, if I took those same people, I don't know that it would be exactly the same.
Well, what would be a bottom one for you?
A bottom one? Like that? I don't know anything about really... You know what? I don't really know anything about Bride of Frankenstein.
So she's in the bottom. Poor Bride.
Movie. It's just because I'm unaware.
Well, then what would be your top 2?
I don't know. I just never really thought
top
of it.
1. If right now you're on the spot, first you have to name one monster that's like in your top. What would it be?
my favorites.
Yeah.
And we're basing them on their character.
We're basing overall, how they impacted you when you're thinking about them. The breadth and depth of the character, as well as their evil, tortured, all these different factors.
Well,
see, for me, Dracula and werewolf like flip-flop every now and then. But anyway.
Yeah, I probably know more about them. I feel like Frankenstein didn't have a whole lot
well,
of time
just
to
go with
develop
what you know.
I like, yeah, probably Dracula and Frankenstein.
Okay, see, Frankenstein made you top the list, and it doesn't
I think
make mine.
Invisible Man needs to be moved up a little bit because, I don't know. I feel kind of sorry for him too.
Well, you feel sorry. Anyway, so
I know I feel sorry for some of these.
Dracula is probably your number one, and Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sorry.
mine's Creature and Reese's Pieces. Yours is Dracula and
No coconut.
And Reese's Pieces and no coconut.
Not Reese's Pieces, Reese's Cups.
Oh, Reese's Cups. I'm sorry.
Peanut butter cups. Totally
yeah.
different thing.
And once again, modern monsters be Michael Myers number 1, Jason number 2, Freddy number 3, Leatherface number 4. I know Freddy might juggle with Jason. Freddy's kind of got more cool stuff going on, but Jason's old school with Michael, just walking around killing people. You don't have to give a reason for it. He just does his thing. Out of those 4, what's your number 1?
I'm not even gonna respond to that.
No!
Because I didn't I haven't seen hardly any of those movies, and
From
I
look,
don't
from
know.
character's
No,
look.
no,
Oh.
no. I am not.
I will give props to Leatherface for being like the beginning of it all. You know,
I didn't.
Michael
watch
Myers
scary
started
movies.
the slasher genre, but
I didn't watch scary movies until
That's
I
right.
was well into an adult. Something happened to me early on. It's for another 5 minutes. You won't get back. We can talk about that.
that's
but
right.
I didn't watch scary movies until I was well into my 20s.
So you guys
There you
need
go.
to watch some of those, even though it's not Halloween tomorrow. You need to start pulling out some classic horror movies and just watching them just for fun. Because man, keep the oldies going. Hey Doug, how's it going?
And we're done.
So we're done. Doug, thanks for
Sorry,
joining.
Doug.
We're done. You got to watch from the beginning. But yeah. So what are your favorite classic monster horror characters? Leave them in the comment section below, or even modern classic horror monster characters. Leave them in the section below. Oh, and Doug, no, Barney is not on the list. Though I do dream about Barney sometimes as a killer with sharp teeth and a knife. And for some reason, he's singing Rolling Stone songs. I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of the Stones. That might be why. So, that's a whole nother list. So anyways, I hope you have a good Halloween. You'll probably see this after the fact. Hope you got some candy. Hope you had some fun. Hope you rang some doorbells, because it's National Ring Doorbell Day. And if you want to tell us about what you like, leave it in the comment section below. If you want to tell us about what you hate, leave it in the comment section below. Yeah, that's all. And I'm Brian.
I'm Heather.
And just remember, it's not a great day
Till
till we
we
wasted
waste
5 minutes of your time. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, Elliot. Dream sequence happening now. Scary story about to begin.